Hi students, welcome back to Lead School at Home. In yesterday's class, we have seen how to find the volume of a combination of a solid figure. Volume of a combination of a solid figure. Now, in today's class, we will see conversion of solid from one shape to another. Conversion of solid from one shape to another. Here, conversion means we have to convert the solid. Suppose there is a solid candle. See here, this is a wax candle. Everybody know candle which we are using in the house. This is a candle. Okay, this is a wax candle. Now we have to convert. We have to convert this candle. This candle is in which shape? This candle is in the shape of a cylinder. This candle is in the shape of a cylinder. Now we have to convert this candle in another shape. You have seen some candles are in the shape of a rabbit like this. I don't know how to draw the exactly rabbit. Okay, assume it as a rabbit. Some candles are like the shape of a rabbit, like this, like this. Some candles are the shape of the rabbit. Then how to find? Then how to find the candles which is of a shape of a rabbit? We have to convert the cylindrical shape of the cylindrical shape of a candle in the form of a rabbit. How to form? What we will do? First, we will heat the candle wax. First, we will heat the candle wax in a one of the container to get converted into a liquid form. Once the wax is converted into a liquid form, then we will prepare a one container which is of a shape of a rabbit. We will prepare a one of the container which is in the shape of a rabbit. In that container we will pour that liquid wax. In that container we will pour that liquid wax, and after some time, that is I think after in a 10 to 15 seconds, after 10 to 15 seconds this liquid wax will convert it into a solid form. This liquid wax will be converted into a solid form, and we will get a candle in the shape of a rabbit, because that container was initially in the shape of a rabbit. That container was in the shape of a rabbit. So the obtaining, whatever the obtaining object will be a that shape of the container. That shape of a container was a rabbit. So we are getting a rabbit as a candle. Now here, think one thing. Now this is a candle which is of a shape of a cylinder. Now we will heat this candle. We will heat this candle and pour in the one of the container. Suppose I will take a semicircular container. Now, first of all, we will heat this cylindrical candle, and we will get a liquid wax from this cylindrical candle. And now we have to pour here. We have to pour in the hemispherical metal pot. Suppose the liquid is filled here. Up to this level, the liquid is filled. Then how much the liquid is here? How much the liquid is poured here? That is nothing but the volume of a cylinder or not? The volume of this much liquid is equal to volume of the cylinder or not? Because the cylinder is only melted. The cylindrical wax is only melted, and that melted portion is poured here. Therefore, what is the amount of liquid here we got? That amount of liquid is nothing but the volume of the cylinder. Now here, what is the shape of that wax formed here? That is a hemispherical one. That is a hemispherical shape we got, which is having the volume is equal to initial volume of this cylinder. In this case, what we got? The volume will not change. Shape will change. Shape of the figure will change, or you can say that shape of that wax will change, but the volume will remain same. Now, another one example. Check here. Suppose I will make a like this. Rectangular shape container is there. This is a rectangular shape container. In this container, I will melt this cylindrical wax. And pour into this container. Now see here, we have to melt this cylindrical wax candle, and after the getting a liquid form, that liquid form we have to pour in this rectangular container, and we will wait for some time. Then can we get this candle in the form of a rectangle or not? We can get this candle in the form of a rectangle, but the volume, what amount of the volume of a wax you will get? The same as the cylindrical volume, the same as a cylinder volume. Suppose the cylinder volume is 25 meter cube. 25 meter cube, the volume of the cylindrical candle is there. After pouring into the rectangular container, here the volume will also remain same. That is, after converting the one form of the solid into another form, the volume will remain same. After converting the one form of a solid into another form of a solid, the volume will remain same. Okay, we can better understand by using the one of the example. Okay, we will see one example. Okay, students, now we will see examples based on the conversion of solids from one form to another form. With the basis of an example, we will understand how to find the volumes of the converted solid one. Okay, or you may find one of the dimensions of a converted form solid. Okay, see here, example number 8. In example number 8, what is asked? A cone of a height 24 centimeter. There is a cone of a height 24 centimeter and radius of the base is 6 centimeter. There is a cone whose height is 24 centimeter and radius is 6 centimeter. Base radius is given as 6 centimeter. Is made up of a modeling clay. Everybody has seen the modeling clay, and I think you have already played with the modeling clay by making the anything, any shape you can make the made by the using the modeling clay in your school. Okay. Now a child is reshapes it in the form. A child reshapes it in a form of a sphere. Child is what is doing? Initially it was in the shape of a cone. Now a child is reshaping it. What a child is do? He is reshaping the modeling clay in the form of a sphere. Initially it was a cone and he is forming by using that same clay only, he is forming a sphere. Now we have to find the radius of that formed sphere. Okay, let us see how to find. To find this, we have to know here volume of that clay. Volume of that clay will remain the same. Initially, what is the volume of clay? That volume of clay is equal to volume of a cone. Okay, the same volume of a cone will remain for the volume of a sphere or not. The volume of that clay will not change. Only he is reshaping, only he is changing the shape. We have seen in the previous example also of a candle example. In that also I have told that the volume will remain same, but the shape will change. Okay, now we will see here. First of all, we will find volume of a cone. Volume of a cone is equal to, what is the formula to find the volume of a cone? Everybody know the formula is 1/3 into pi r square. In a class 9th we have learned it. 1/3 of pi r square h is the volume, which is equal to, don't put the values, after that we will put it. Now we got a volume of a cone. Now for a volume of a sphere, we will assume a radius of a sphere also. We have to assume a radius of a sphere also. Here we have considered the radius of a base is a 6 centimeter and this radius of a cone. Radius of a base of a cone we have assumed here r. Now we will assume a radius of the sphere will be capital R. Let us assume formed sphere. Will be of r centimeter. In radius. That is capital R. The radius of a, or you can directly write let us assume the radius of a formed sphere will be r centimeter. Okay. Now see here. Therefore, volume of a formed sphere is equal to, we know the volume of a sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the volume of a formed sphere, but we don't know what is the radius. That only we have to find. But we know that volume of a cone is equal to volume of sphere formed. or you can write formed sphere. Volume of a formed sphere. Volume of a formed sphere. Put all the values here. What is the volume of a cone? Volume of a cone is 1/3 of pi r square h, 1/3 of pi r square h, which is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, which is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. See here this 3 get cancelled, pi get cancelled, and you will put values of r square. What is the value of r square here? R square is, r is 6 centimeter. Radius of a base radius of a cone is a 6 centimeter. Put here r is 6 centimeter. 6 into 6 we will get into height of a cone is 24. Height of a cone is 24 centimeter. Put here. Now what is remaining here? 4 into r cube as it is. R we don't know. That only we have to find the radius of the sphere. Now see here, 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24. How much 6 is there? 3 times 6 is there, and here r cube is there, taking cube root on both sides. Therefore, we will get r is equal to 6 centimeter. We will get r is equal to 6 centimeter. Therefore, radius of the required sphere, radius of the required sphere, radius of the required sphere is equal to is 6 centimeter. We got radius of the required sphere is 6 centimeter. Okay, copy down this. Now we will see example number 9. See in example number 9 what is asked. I have not written the complete question. I have written the whatever the required data here. Now see here I will explain the what is given in the question. There is a Selvi's house. Selvi is a person and she is having a house. On the house there is a cylindrical water tank. On the house there is a cylindrical water tank which is of a height. What is the height of cylindrical tank is given? Height is 95 centimeter. Height of this cylindrical tank is 95 centimeter and the radius is 60 centimeter. The radius is given as 60 centimeter. Up to this distance is given as 60 centimeter. The radius of the cylindrical tank is 60 centimeter and the height is 95 centimeter. Selvi has a house and she has a overhead tank which is in the form of a cylindrical, and also there is a sump, underground sump. Underground sump is there. Sump means it is also a tank. Underground sump is there and which is having a dimension. Length is 1.57 meter and breadth is 1.44 meter and height of that sump is 95 centimeter. Observe here, units are given, different units are given for the dimensions. Here it is in the meter and here it is given in the centimeter. We have to convert in the any one of the format. Either you have to convert in the centimeter or you have to convert in the meter. Okay, according to whatever the we will get a easier things for a calculation. On that basis we will convert the units. See here given the cylindrical tank dimensions are this much and sump dimensions are length is equal to 1.57 meter, breadth is 1.44 meter and height is, this is the h, height is 95 centimeter which is equal to 0.95 meter. Now what we have to find? We have to find the water left in the sump after overhead tank is filled. There is a pump attached to the sump. There is a pump attached to the pump and that water pump is pumping the water to fill the cylindrical tank. In your house you are applying I will use a simple local language, that is a Tillu motor. You will use a Tillu motor to fill the water tank, that is Syntex. In your house there is a water tank you are going to fill by using the Tillu motor. The same thing here is used, that pump is used here. That pump is pumping the water from the sump to fill the cylindrical tank. To fill this cylindrical tank they are using the water from this sump and this water is pumped by using the pump. Okay, now what we have to find? We have to find the height of the water left in the sump. Height of the water left in the sump after filling this cylindrical tank. After filling this cylindrical tank, how much height of a water remain in this sump? Initially this sump is completely filled. Initially this sump is completely filled up to the height of 0.95 meter. Because the sump height is 0.95 meter, the completely filled means the initially water was there up to the height of 0.95 meter. Now after filling this tank, how much amount of height of water left in this sump we have to find here. And also we have to compare the capacity of the tank with the sump. Capacity of a tank, this with the sump we have to compare it. Let us see how to find. To find this, first of all we have to find the volume of the sump and the volume of the cylindrical tank. After finding the volume of the sump, we have to subtract the volume of the cylinder from the volume of a sump. We have to subtract the volume of a cylinder from the volume of a sump. Then we will get water left in the sump. Then we will get water left in the sump. From that we can find the height of the sump. Okay, height of the water left in the sump. Let us see how to find. First of all, we will find volume of cylindrical tank. Volume of cylindrical tank, or you can say that overhead tank also. Also you can take it as a overhead tank. Volume of a cylindrical tank is equal to, or in a bracket, overhead tank is equal to, we know the formula to find the volume of a cylinder. What is the formula? Pi r square h. Pi into whatever we have taken radius as a convention. See here, sign convention, we have taken a radius as a r. Therefore put here capital R, pi r square h. Pi r square h, capital H also we have to take here. Now we need to convert these all things in the meter, because here centimeter is given. Now we will take in the meter. See here, 95 centimeter is nothing but it is a 0.95 meter. 0.95 meter, and 60 centimeter is nothing but it is a 0.6 meter. 60 centimeter is nothing but it is a 0.6 meter. Put all the values here. Pi 3.14. Pi is a 3.14 into, because given 3.14 we have to take. R square, radius is given as 0.6 meter. Square is there. Therefore 2 times we have to take 0.6 into height. What is the height? Height is given as 0.95 meter. Put here height is equal to 0.95 meter. We got up to this much. Put as it is, because further calculation is there. Some may get cancelled. Therefore we are, without doing it as calculation, we will put as it is. After that we will get an answer. Now we have to find volume of the sump also. Volume of a sump, or you can write volume of a water in the sump. Volume of a water when sump is completely filled. When sump is completely filled. When a sump is completely filled. Volume of a water when the sump is completely filled. What is the volume of a water when the sump is completely filled? Means volume of the sump only. That is L B into H. What is the L? Length of the sump is 1.57 into breadth is 1.44 into height is 95 centimeter. We have to take in a meter, because all units we are converting in the meter. Therefore all units you have to write in the meter only. Therefore volume of a water left in sump, volume of a water left in a sump, after filling the overhead tank. After filling the overhead tank, is equal to, how much amount of volume will left in, how much amount of water, volume of a water will left in the sump after filling the cylindrical tank? That is volume of the sump minus volume of the cylinder we have to do here, which is equal to 1.57 into 1.44 into 0.95. That is, what is amount this? This is nothing but volume of a water when the sump is completely filled. This is a volume of a water minus what we have to subtract? This one. That is 3.14 into 0.6 into 0.6 into 0.95. Here this is a volume of a cylindrical tank or overhead tank. Volume of a cylindrical tank, we have to subtract this. This much amount of volume of a water is filled in the cylindrical tank only. Therefore we have to subtract it. See here, this subtraction is a little bit larger. We will simplify it. How to simplify it? This 1.57 put as it is. 1.44 can also be written as 4 into 3.6, 0.36. 1.44 can also be written as 4 into 0.36. See here, this 1.44 can also be written as 4 into 0.36. 4 into 0.36 is nothing but it is a 1.44 only into 0.95. Here 4 and 0.36 are the factors of 1.44 only, minus 3.414. 3.14 can also be written as 1.57 into 2. 1.57 into 2 is nothing but it is a 3.14. Here 1.57 and 2 are the factors of 3.14. And 0.6 into 0.6 is nothing but it is a 0.36 into 0.95 into 0.95 as it is we have to write. Now from these two brackets, whatever the common will come, take a common. Here 1.57 is here, in this bracket also 1.57 is there, take a common 1.57, and now here 4 is not available in this bracket. Now 0.36 is there, now take a 0.36 common from both the bracket, and after that 0.95 is also available in both the bracket, take a 0.95 is also common. Now what is left in this bracket? Only 4 is remaining in this bracket, and in this bracket only 2 is remaining. Okay. What will come? 1.57 into 0.36 into 0.95 into 4 minus 2 is 2 into 2 will remain. This much meter cube of a volume of a water left in the sump after overhead tank is filled. Now we got this much amount of volume is left. This is a point. Now we have to find height of the water left. This much amount of water left in the tank. Now we have to find the height. See here. Therefore, volume of water left in the tank, in the sump, after filling overhead tank is equal to how much amount we got? See here 1.57 into 0.36 into 0.36 into 0.95 into 0.95 into 2. This much amount of volume left in the volume of water left in the sump. Now see here, this can also be written as LB into H. We will consider the amount of volume of water left in the sump will be length. This length is as it is, because suppose up to this much height is remaining. This much height, that height we will assume as a H dash. H dash is a height. H dash is the height of the volume of a water, height of the water remaining in the sump. We will assume H dash is the height of the water remaining in the sump. We will assume it. Let us assume H dash be the height of water left in the sump. Height of water left in the sump after filling the overhead tank. After filling the overhead tank, we will assume the H dash be the height of the water left in the sump after filling the overhead tank here. After filling the overhead tank, this much amount of a height of a water remaining in the sump we will assume. Then what is the volume? The volume we have got here. The volume of a water left in the sump after filling the overhead tank is equal to this much amount, this much meter cube volume is left there. Therefore, can we equate? Here length is remain same, breadth will remain same, only height will change. Therefore, length into breadth into H dash. Therefore, length into breadth into height H dash is equal to, can we write this much volume? Because this much volume is left here, which is equal to 1.57 into 0.36 into 0.95 into 2 into 2. Now there is no space. Up to this, copy down. After this, I will explain the. Now see here we got LB into H dash is equal to this much amount. Then therefore, what is the value of L? Length is 1.57 meter. Put here 1.57 into B. What is the B? B is 1.44 meter. 1.44 meter into height is H dash as it is, and volume is 1.57 into 0.36 into 0.95 into 2. This much amount is volume. Therefore, height h dash is equal to this 1.57, or you can write directly here. See here, 1.57 into 0.36 into 0.95 into 2. Now send this 1.57 and 1.44 towards right hand side. You will get 1.57 into 1.4. Now, which we will get 1.57 into 0.36 into 0.95 into 2 as it is divided by 1.57. This 1.44 can also be written as 4 into 0.36. Okay, this 1.44 can also be written as 4.036. 1.57, 1.57 get cancelled. 0.36, 0.36 get cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. 0.95 divided by 2. 0.95 divided by 2 is equal to how much we will get? 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 1 will remain. Then how much? 2 sevens are 14. Again 1 will remain, 2 fives are 10. We got here 0.475 meter, which is also equal to 47.5 centimeter, which is also equal to 47.5 centimeter. Therefore, you can write one statement here below. Therefore, the height of a water left in the sump. Therefore, the height of a water. After this, you have to write a one statement. I will write here. Okay. Therefore, the height of water left in the sump after after overhead tank is filled, overhead tank is filled is 47.5 centimeter. Is 47.5 centimeter. The height of water left in the sump after overhead tank is filled is 47.5 centimeter. And what is asked, this much only we are asked, and also we have to compare the capacity of a tank with that of the sump. Therefore, also capacity of tank divided by capacity of overhead tank, capacity of a sump. 5 we have taken division here because we have to compare. We have to compare here the capacity of a tank with that of the sump. Therefore, we have to take a division. Capacity of a tank is equal to how much? It is nothing but pi r square h. We have initially calculated it. That is 3.14 into 0.6 into 0.6 into height. What is the height of that cylinder? In that case, height is 0.95. We have calculated the capacity of tank. That is the volume of a cylindrical tank is equal to this much we got initially. That only I have copied here. Divided by capacity of a sump is, it is nothing but LBH. Length is 1.57 into breadth is how much? Breadth is 1.44 into height is 0.95, which can also be written as, see here, this 0.95, this 0.95 get cancelled. Now 3.14 can also be written as, we have seen this, 2 into 1.57. This can also be written as 2 into 1.57 into 0.6 into 0.6 is 0.36 divided by 1.57 into this 1.44 can also be written as 4 into 0.36. This 1.44 can also be written as 4 into 0.36. This get cancelled. Again, this 1.57 get cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, which is equal to 1 by 2. We got capacity of a tank divided by capacity of a sump is equal to 1 by 2, which means that the capacity of a tank is half the capacity of a sump. Capacity of a tank is half of the capacity of the sump. Therefore, capacity of tank is half of the capacity of sump. Half of the capacity of a sump. Okay. Copy down this. Okay, students, now we will see example number 10, which is a very interesting example. See, in example number 10, what is asked? A copper rod of a diameter 1 centimeter. There is a copper rod of a diameter 1 centimeter. Suppose this is a copper rod. This is a copper rod of a diameter 1 centimeter. Of a diameter 1 centimeter, and the length is 8 centimeter. The length of this copper rod is 8 centimeter. Is drawn into a wire of a length 14 centimeter of a uniform thickness. We have to draw a wire. Is drawn into a wire. This 1 centimeter diameter rod is drawn into a wire. Wire is drawn from this rod of a length 18 meter. 18 meter length वाला wire आप इससे draw करोगे. The wire is drawn from this rod, which is having a length of 18 meter. 18 meter length of this wire is there. Suppose this is a wire which is of a length 18 meter. 18 meter length wire is drawn from this rod. Now we have to find the thickness of this wire. Thickness means it is nothing but it is simply diameter. Thickness is nothing but it is a simply diameter of this wire we have to find. Let us see how to find. First of all, we have to find the volume of this rod. We know the volume of this rod is equal to volume of this wire or not. Volume of this rod is equal to volume of this wire. Therefore, we will do as it is. Okay. First, we will find the volume of this rod, and after that, volume of this wire. Therefore, volume of rod is equal to, what is the volume of rod? Is nothing but it is a simply volume of a cylinder. What is the formula? Pi into r square into h. Here h is nothing but it is a length, which is equal to, pi is how much? Put as it is. Pi put as it is, because next also we have to use here. In this case also pi we have to use. Pi into r square. What is the radius? Radius is, their diameter is 1 centimeter. Then radius will become 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Because the diameter is 1 and radius will become 1 by 2. Into height. Height is nothing but this much distance. That is length. 8 centimeter is the distance. Check the units whether all the units are correct. Yes, all are in centimeter. It is correct. Now 2 1 are 2, 2 4 are 8, 2 1 are 2, 2 2 are 4. We got here 2 pi centimeter cube. Volume of a rod is equal to, we got here 2 pi centimeter cube. Now also we have to find here the thickness of the wire. Let us see. Let r be the radius of newly formed, or you can write radius of drawn wire. Therefore volume of drawn wire is equal to, it is also in the shape of a cylinder only. Pi into capital R square into length is given as 18 meter. Right here 18, and this 18 meter can also be written as in the centimeter. This 18 meter is taken in the centimeter. That is 1800 centimeter. R we don't know. This is the formula. Pi into R square into h. Here h is nothing but it is the length of that wire. Length is nothing but it is a 18 meter. This 18 meter is also equal to 1800 centimeter. Okay. Therefore, we know that volume of a rod is equal to volume of drawn wire. Put all the values here. What is the volume of a rod? Is 2 pi, which is equal to this much in a centimeter. Unit is centimeter cube. Is equal to volume of a drawn wire. What is the volume of drawn wire? That is pi into capital R square into 1800. Now pi get cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 2 9s are 18, 00. We got here R square is equal to 1 by 900. R square is equal to 1 by 900 we got here. Therefore, R is equal to, taking square root on both sides, we will get 1 by 30 centimeter. We got radius of a drawn wire. Radius of a drawn wire here is a 1 by 30 centimeter. But we have to find the thickness of the wire. Thickness of the wire is nothing but it is the diameter of the wire. Therefore, thickness of drawn wire is equal to 2 into 1 by 30. 2 into 1 by 30 is equal to 1 by 15 centimeter. 1 by 15 centimeter. Therefore, thickness is equal to 1 by 15 centimeter we got. This can also be written as, if we want to write in the mm, if we want to write in the mm value, then we have to multiply this by 10. 1 by 15 into 10, which is equal to 2 5 are or 5 2 are 10, 5 3 are 15. We get 2 by 3 mm. We got 2 by 3 mm, which is equal to 0.67 mm. Therefore, thickness of drawn wire is equal to 0.67 mm. 0.67 mm. Okay, copy down this and take a homework. Exercise 13.3, question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3. These 3 questions are for a homework. You have to solve it. Okay, bye students.